Welcome to our Season's Greetings Christmas card tutorials. So for the supplies, you will need the outlines and the instructions. You will need some gouache paint, a pointed round brush suitable for water-based paint, some kitchen paper and 2 cups of clean water. You'll also need a palette, some graphite paper for tracing your outlines onto cards or paper. I'm using here the winter foliage outline to show you how to use your graphite paper. You need a pencil, an eraser, your graphite paper. It has a shiny side with the graphite and this goes down onto your card and the matte side stays up. Make sure you secure your graphite paper delicately onto your card as the graphite transfers very easily and it can sometimes leave a dark line onto your card. Then secure your outline over the top and simply trace your outline very delicately with your sharp pencil. In case the tracing has left a really dark line on your card, you can remove the excess graphite with an eraser. So before we start each design, you can practice a bit on your cartridge paper if you haven't done the warm-up tutorial already, how to mix your paint. The gouache paint is super versatile. It can be used opaque or diluted. The more colors you mix, or if you mix it with white, it will become very opaque. And for this you don't need much water on your brush, just like I'm doing right now on the palette. You can also use the same paint but dilute it and create some really thin and translucent layers like in watercolors. So I'm just going to show you the different effects you can obtain. Here we're going to do opaque and translucent layers just to show you how we're going to use it over the next few tutorials. Another great advantage of gouache is that you can reuse it once it has dried on your palette. So if you need to take a break during your creative time, you can leave it to dry and simply reactivate it with some water on your brush and reuse it at a later stage. So we're going to paint our card in 3 steps. Step 1, we're going to do the background, which is light blue for this design. Then we will add the elements, the gingerbread man, the cup, the present, and we will finish with some details and the writing, the message joy. This design has the same background as the Christmas tree if you want to do it the same color. So I'm going to prepare a large quantity of blue and white mix so that I have enough to paint both cards. Once you have enough mix on your palette, make sure you dip your brush in water to keep it nice and fluid and so that you have enough paint to run smoothly along the whole surface of the card. You can choose to leave a little border like I'm doing, or you can also use some tape. And the most important thing is that your brush is neatly coated with paint and that is fluid enough, so keep on adding water. And as you can see, we can still see through the outlines that we have traced early on, and this is really important because once the paint is dried we can then paint within the outlines. So to create a nice smooth surface you can go back and forth over your paint and sort of smooth the lines and make sure you're happy with the opacity and the transparency and that you have an equal amount of paint all over. So make sure your background is completely dry before you start adding your elements in step 2. Once you're happy that the background is fully dry, you can start thinking about your elements. So if you're following this tutorial, you will do the same colors as me. I'm using ultramarine and I'm going to start with the mug, which is the largest component because I need it to dry before adding the details on the top. Make sure your brush is just wet enough. We need the paint to be relatively opaque. If you add too much water, this risks reactivating the background color and then you will dilute your white back into your ultramarine. So we're trying to be as opaque as possible for this stage. So once you've painted your mug, you can start painting your gingerbread man. For this, I've mixed yellow ochre and burnt sienna simply because it makes the paint a little bit more opaque. And once again, I don't want to go back and forth over it too much because I don't want to reactivate the background. So it creates a nice opaque color to apply directly onto the blue. The next element I'm going to add is the white for the candy cane and the cream on the hot chocolate. It's easier to work white with fresh paint rather than paint you have reactivated on your palette. I tend to work straight away from the tube and grab the paint with my brush in that manner, but feel free to work from your palette as well. If you're struggling a bit to grab paint with your brush, you can roll the end of your brush, the tip, on the fresh paint on your palette, and it coats the brush better. And so whilst you're working with white, you might as well do all your details so that you keep on nice fresh paint on your brush. Remember to clean your brushes really well. Gouache has a tendency to stick to bristles, so if you use warm water and soap, you will get rid of the paint and you will prolong the life of your brushes. We hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and we look forward to seeing your amazing creations. Thanks for watching.